It's day 5 of Crazy Quilty March, my Crazy Quilty March, your Crazy Quilty March. So we are on learning. That is a challenge for today because we as quilt makers, we like to do things that we know how to do, but many of us like to do something we don't know how to do. We like to learn something new. Our hobby is our fun, but it's also a learning experience. There's a lot of things that we don't know, and as you go along, you get better and you build your skills, and then all of a sudden you want to, as they say, level up. You want to do something new. So I have some suggestions for you today because these challenges are things that I want you to be able to do each day to connect with your quilt making. So it's not like a big long project. It's just something for that day. So what would you do? Maybe you got a new tool in that you haven't even tried yet. That would be, I'll show you some, like maybe I've talked about these. Maybe you haven't have gotten it, but you haven't tried it yet. And this is for threading your needle if you don't have an automatic needle threader. It's also amazing to actually remove the needle from your machine so that you don't have to hold it with your fingers. You put it into the slot. I'll put a link under here so you can go see the video on it. But you put it in the slot and then you actually hold on to this blue device. That way, a lot of us start to lose some dexterity in our fingers, and it's hard. Those little needles are hard, and you don't want to drop it down. Who's dropped it down into the machine? I have, and it's like a terror, you know, like, oh my gosh, you've got to get a magnet and try to get it out. You got to take it to the dealer and no. And so this is a fabulous little tool, and it is really, really great. I actually have a Stripology ruler that I've had from a while. My friend Gudrun designed these, and let me show it to you. I'm just take it down here. So here's a Stripology ruler, and what this is a slotted ruler. So there's openings here, and you can put your fabric underneath. And I will try not to cut the cord because Mr. Greg will not like it very much if I cut the cord to the mic. So the Stripology ruler, I have not played with this much. I've actually watched Gudrun's videos. She has a ton of great videos. I'll link you to her videos. But the idea is pretty much is that you will come along and put your rotary cutter in the teardrop end of the thing and then come along and cut, and then you measure over, you know, how many more you want to be, and then you go and you cut again. And there's a lot of ways to maneuver this ruler so that you can rotate it and then subcut. It's really quite fun, and it has several sizes. So let me hold this up here, and I want to let me just hold up the ruler. So for those of you, now you can see it a little bit closer. So there you can see the teardrop slots at the top, and that's what your rotary cutter goes into. So your fabric has to go below, in between the two teardrops, because it won't cut it otherwise. So she has like, it comes with directions. I think it's a fabulous tool for people who don't feel like they cut straight very well, because you're actually in the slot and you can't get out of it. And so it will make really nice straight cuts. That's one of the things I want to play with today on my learning day. The other thing is, I want to tell you that if you have not picked up my triangle book yet, which has a lot of different techniques for triangles in it, you want to get that because this will not be reprinted. So pretty soon they'll be gone. And that's what happens with books. You know, I've written 37 books, I think, and quite a few of them, they go out of print. You know, they just go for one cycle of printing. They don't always go into a second print. So this one will be gone. So if you are looking for it, you want to add it to your collection of the Teach Me books. There's 4 Teach Me books. I want to be sure you get that because that's a great learning thing. And if you've not cracked open a book that you have one that's maybe going to teach you something you've been interested in, today, get that book out and look in it. You know, check out what's in it and see, just give yourself a little time, give yourself even just 10 minutes to play around with a new tool, play around with a technique. Maybe you actually get the book out and try a little bit of the technique, do a mock-up block, do a sample block, just to get those learning juices going today. So this is Crazy Quilty March, where we've got 5 days? Yeah, so that's fabulous. We've done 5 days, and we're doing all 31 days of March, and we will be sharing things. You will be sharing things over on my Facebook community. You can also share what you're doing by writing to me on the YouTube comments and on the Instagram comments. So I'm Pat Sloan. I love you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you later.